I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the joy of painting. This is a wet-on-wet painting technique, and each week I'll take you step by step through a beautiful oil painting. If you've been with us before, I'm glad to see you again. If this is your first time with us, drag up your paints and your big brush, come along and paint with us. And let's go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about what we're going to do up here. I've already covered the canvas with a thin, even coat of liquid white. And this makes the canvas wet, makes it slick. It allows us to blend color right here on the canvas. And now I'm going to have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint this project with me. And it'll come across in the same order that I have them on the palette, starting with the titanium white and working around. While they're doing that, let's go on up here and get started. Now I'm going to start with a 2-inch brush today and go right into a small amount of alizarin crimson and just really tap the brush into the color. Just tap it. This assures a nice even distribution of paint all the way through the bristles. Okay, let's go up here. Let's go right in here and just make little crisscross strokes, little X's, and put in a little tiny bit of pink, just like so. Using very little pressure, just apply it right on the canvas. Don't want that to get too bright. We don't want to set the sky on fire. We just want a little pinkish glow in the sky. Okay, now then I'll take the same old dirty brush, add a little more of the crimson and a tiny, tiny bit of phthalo blue. Proportionately, we want much, much more crimson than blue. And I'm just mixing this right on the brush to make a nice lavender color, nice purplish color. Okay, let's go up here and sort of test it. Now, sort of test it up here. If it's not the color you want, stop and change it. You can fix it. This is your world, and you can create any type of illusion that you want here. You're the boss on this canvas. You can do anything, anything. Okay, a little more paint. And just sort of let that play around. I'm going to add a little more blue to that. A tiny bit more blue there. Today I thought we'd do a nice painting. It's very soft and very quiet. And it'll make you happy. It's a very easy little painting. There we go. And down here I'll just clean the brush off. Just like so. Okay, now then, let's clean our brush. We clean our brushes with odorless thinner, and be sure it's odorless or you'll be working by yourself. Shake off the excess, and right down here I have a box I shake the brush into, and then this is where you take out all your frustrations. Maybe the absolute most fun of this whole technique. Okay, now let's take the clean brush and go right back up here and just blend the sky together. Still using little crisscross strokes. Still using them back and forth. Back and forth. There we go. Okay. And you can blend this to any degree of softness that you want. You can blend it till you lose all the little variations that you have. And personally, I like to leave some of those in there. But when you're doing your painting, you look at it and you do it the way that you want it. Okay, there we go. And that quickly, we have a very effective little sky. And we'll just use long strokes here to take out any brush marks. Okay. And that gives us a happy little sky. Now then, let's take a little bit of the phthalo blue and the alizarin crimson. We'll just mix it together. Still, we have a little bit more of the crimson than we do blue. We're still working with a nice lavender color. Pull it out very flat and then cut across it. So there's a small roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. There we go. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe there's a happy little mountain that lives right along here. And you're really pushing this paint right into the fabric. Really get firm with it. You're not going to hurt this canvas. Shoot, they make tents out of it. It's tough. Really push it in. Use a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. And the only thing you're worried about is this nice outside shape here. You could care less what's happening down here. Okay. And that gives us a basic little mountain shape. Now then, let's go back to our large brush and grab that and pull it. Just pull it. Now that's mixing with the liquid white, and automatically it gets lighter toward the base. And if you can see the entire mountain, It should be lighter at the bottom than it is at the top. Then we can just rub that right in. See, and it creates the illusion of all kind of things happening without you actually doing a whole bunch. And then we can tap that. Okay, let's have some fun. There they are, just right on down. Now then, I want to create the illusion of mist right under the bottom of this foothill. So I'll take a clean 2-inch brush. I'm going to come right here and tap firmly. Maybe you can hear that, tapping very firmly. And that'll create the illusion of mist at the base of these foothills. Just like so. Okay. And then very lightly lift upward. Just lift it straight up, straight up. And then blend it out. Okay, maybe, tell you what, maybe there's another layer of foothills in there. So let's go right into the same color, alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, but I want it a little bit darker. As things get closer to you in the landscape, they should get a little darker in value. Okay, let's go right back here. Let's start right here, and maybe we'll just bring this one down and let it drop. There it is. There it is. Just right on down. Right on down. See, it's a little bit darker, so it stands out. Might even add the smallest touch of sap green to that. The smallest touch. I just want to begin giving the indication of a little green far back here. Okay, then we'll take our clean, dry brush. And once again, I want to create that illusion of mist down here at the bottom. So we tap very firmly. And you're using just the, there you can see, just the top corner of the brush. Strike the canvas. Just like so. Just like that. And that easy. You have mist right at the bottom of that foothill. And then lift upward. There. Isn't that something? Okay, we'll wash the old brush here. I like to wash the brush. That's the most fun part. Of course, everybody in the studio is covered. Okay, now then, let's begin putting some little things that are happening way back in the distance. I'm going back into this lavender color I made and add a tiny bit of sap green, just the smallest amount. And all I'm doing is tapping, just still tapping. Okay, let's go right up here. Then maybe back in here, way back in here, there's just a little soft hill. Lives way back here, very gentle. There. And we're going to put layer after layer after layer of little hills back here. Now, if you live in the Carolinas or someplace that have the beautiful hills, this is a super way to make them. You can make all those beautiful mountains that you have in that area the same way. Just leave this big one out. There we go. A little bit more color on the brush. Maybe, I tell you what, maybe there's one that comes from this direction. I want to add a little touch more of blue in there. There we are. That's better. Now we want them to get a little darker as they get closer. So all we're doing is just tapping very gently. Okay. Okay, a little more of the green into that color. And you have to make almighty decisions here. Maybe this one comes right down. There it is. Look at that. See, now each time you do this, you're creating planes in here. And each plane that you add into your painting makes your painting look deeper. It shows much more depth in it. And of course, we're not interested in that almighty dollar, but if you should be, that's what sells the painting. There we go. There we go. See, just layer after layer after layer. I tell you what, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let me grab a fan brush here. And we'll mix up same old color, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson. And I'm going to add a little bit of white to that. A little bit of white. There we go. A little bit more of the crimson. Good. Okay, let me wipe the knife off. load this fan brush full of paint. Just really load it full. Wiggle it in there. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe back here lives a happy little tree, little evergreen tree. Now, just sort of touch it to give you a center, and then give it a little upward push. Sometimes you make evergreens by pushing down, sometimes by pushing upward. Today I thought we'd do it upward. Look at all the little things happen there. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. God bless, and we'll see you next time.